set of downs for him from the 31. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Has some daylight through the 40. Keeps it moving. Hits the 20. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
We've set it downs from 37. On first down, they'll run. There he goes, right sideline. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Ready.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red 30, cut.
Looking now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Just a yard left to go on second down. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Ready up.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready, set.
Back to throw. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. We're going to keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
Ready.
It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Line up the design keeper. And the defense holds him at the 2. Brock, he can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Black 40. Set.
Setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals break the tie here in the 1st. Corey Dallas on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Borregales on to send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us. On my people down. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Line. I'll go line. 843.
Here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Yellow. Attack. Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. Continuing to move past the 45. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Attack.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets everything he has under this one. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Finds a man right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Hey, 57, 57. Where's it?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He rolls to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
Yellow. Hero 15. Yellow. 43. 43. What's that?
To the air, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
9-yard line.
Yellow. Where's that?
Throwing is Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Hey, Sunday.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force fourth down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Butker knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll throw to start the drive. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. He'll call his own number. Continuing to move past the 45. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Down.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now lead by 10. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Borregales tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals drive their lead to 11.
21. Chiefs 10. Andres Borregales set to kick off.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Xavier Worthy now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Chiefs take over first and 10. At their own 29.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's first and 10.
Yellow. Easy. 180.
Now give left side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Back at the 25-yard
And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's second and 13. Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be third and long.
Attack!
Here he goes, third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. First and 10 coming up. First play's a design run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So it'll be second and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. All right, here we go. Second down.
Ready, set.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Cardinals first down.
Ready.
Pass play on first and 10. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals push their lead to 18. Now Borregales on to send it away. Worthy now to return it. This makes it up to the 25.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Yellow. 57.
Now it's Mahomes. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Trey McBride, the touchdown. One after is good by Borregales. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again.
35. Chiefs 10. Andres Borregales.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Worthy now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own
Offense into the
26-yard
shotgun
line.
set as they line this up. First and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here's Mahomes. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. He dodged the tackle. And the Cardinals take over on his 5th interception of the season. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And it sets up second down. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what we call a first mistake throwing the ball. And he still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball.
He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Arizona goes ahead and calls each second timeout. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Sticking to the air here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
And he'll start some work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 1. Brings up
Third and long for him here. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get more points to end a lopsided first half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Worthy now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
It's going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Color.
One final shot before the half. Headed out right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Andres Borregales is set to kick off.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Worthy now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
You're Worthy on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Right up the gut. And this is brought to a stop at let's say the 34-yard line there. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Offensive line fast.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. Just gets the 1st and more. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Dose to the hurry up here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Hits his running back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running back.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That side drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of their 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals will take over as he reports his 1st interception of our season. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Starting this drive with a design run. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. He'll pass it this time. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Back to a familiar target. It's Watson. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals push their lead further to start the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals continue piling onto this lead. Now Morgan is on to send it away. Worthy now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Keith. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
On target to Moore. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs continuing to fight at least. Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs cut into the lead by another point.
Chiefs 17.
They're in full comeback mode already here in the 3rd. An onside kick coming up. And the Cardinals hands team secures the football. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
So few of these are recovered by the kicking team anymore. It reminds me why you've seen some alternatives tossed around for ways to replace the onside kick. For now, well, it just remains a difficult challenge that was not achieved that time around.
And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Ready.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Okay, ready?
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Down. Ready.
I'll throw it. Completed over the middle. Has room inside the 25. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. The Gallows tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals tack on 7 more to their lead.
Chiefs 17.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Worthy now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Worthy on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Pride connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
He throws a bullet to the center of the... He's got it deep downfield. And he will get this inside the 30.
50 yards on the play.
Working quickly here.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Thrown back, gets the handoff. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 11.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Working now from the gun. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here we go. Hut.
Throwing now on first down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense is set. First and 10.
Ready. Hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So second down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here's a design run. And they're not going to give him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Down. Set. Cut.
To the air on third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Yellow. Attack.
To the air, Mahomes. And downfield, he's got it. It's worthy. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Working quickly here.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes. Diving right side, got it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First down. First and 10.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. That's more of the catch out left. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Just a yard left to go on second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Running in the red zone. Hits him on the out route. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail, it would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Here we go. Hut.
First play is a design run. He jukes away from one. Lights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the fumble recovery is made. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those
And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals running them out of the building. Trey Benson, the touchdown. One after is good by Borregales. And the Cardinals continue adding on to that lead. Now Borregales on to send it away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs making the scoreboard look a touch better. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Well, the win may be lost, but their effort certainly isn't. They're going to try to get this one back after the score. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Down. Blue, third. Ready.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Escapes the defender. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Red, 38. Put.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down is going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Left side into the hands of McBride. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Ready. Ready.
Sign quarterback run here. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
First down. First
Set,
and 10
ready.
at the 25-yard line.
45. White. Ready.
Pitching it out to Benson. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Cardinals close to picking up their 5th win. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set, hut. Set, hut.
Staying on the ground with Benson. Nice fight, good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Let's go now. Ready.
We go with a design keeper.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses. But not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Andres Borregales out now to attempt this field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Here we go.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. Starting this drive with a design run. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Play action, Mahomes. On the move, headed right. Trying to push deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing